Right.
Okay, we're good?
I'm just doing it open.
You just what?
Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here to the Cashin Gymnasium. Todd Miller, Neiman Navavi, the crew with you. Bryce Miller and Tyler Kerr helping to produce our broadcast tonight. Good one coming up in the boys' game. 7-4 Fairview, winners of 5 straight against 4A number 6 OCS. The Saints are 12-2. Mike Barton is in his second year at Fairview with the boys program. He's been a long-time girls basketball coach in Major County. Brandon Weaver was hired in June of 2015 as the boys coach at OCS, and he's had a great run. Last year, the Saints, a Class 3A program, were in the state tournament. Fairview play much better basketball. One of the reasons, according to Mike Barton, is his top 12 players all played football. They won the Class A state championship this past season, so something you know very well with Cashin's runs in the playoffs, that sometimes postpones the start of basketball and even takes a little bit longer for those football legs to go away and be put away and the basketball legs to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Cashin for the last few years have been blessed. They had some basketball-only players like the Jenkins, Jonah Jenkins, Vance Rainey, Trey Tishner, but it certainly takes its toll, and that's small town basketball. That's small town athletics. You grow up as a group and you move along, and you got to give credit to Coach Barton. Been fantastic. I know the Cashin Wildcats have seen them twice already this year. They've got a lot of great size and athleticism, and that's helped them along the way here to get to 7-4.
Mike has been a great small school coach at Northwest Oklahoma. Started his career at Wacomas, then went to Fairview, was the girls coach for nearly 2 decades, and now is in his second season with the boys. He has a great bloodline as far as coaching is concerned. His dad, Milburn, was the longtime women's basketball coach at Northwestern Oklahoma State, led the Lady Rangers to some of their most golden memories as far as women's basketball is concerned. He is a Northwestern Sports Hall of Famer and a Coaches Hall of Famer as well. Fairview, this is a team that if you look at them statistically, they don't blow you away. Their leading scorer averages 8.7 points per ball game. But Mike Barton said in some comments that he gave me this morning, he said, you know what? I think that makes us, that depth makes us very, very dangerous when it comes to the playoffs. They have 7 guys that average between 5.6 points per ball game and 8.7 points per game.
Absolutely, Todd. And that's what again, calling a couple games with the Wildcats. They don't overpower you, but all of a sudden you look up and they've got 4 players with 9 points, and all of a sudden you're down 10. And that's exactly right. And you got to give him credit, and that's what you do. You talked about Eric Smith earlier with the Dale Pirates. You take with what you got on your team, and Coach Barton has definitely done that. He's found the pieces to find that works, and it certainly turned into a nice little run for them.
OCS trying to get to the championship game of their 3rd tournament in the regular season. They lost in their last tournament 2 weeks ago to 4A number 1 Crossings, 59-57. Their other tournament came in the Dale Boomerang Classic. That was back in December. They lost to the top-ranked Pirates in 2A, 60-43. They have already beaten this year some really good teams, and they will continue to play some good teams going down the road as Brandon Weaver in a new class this year up from 3A to 4A tries to get the Saints back to the state tournament. That is our look at Fairview OCS. Stay tuned. The lineups and the tip coming up next from Cashin on Squirtle.tv.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys of Pop Tech School.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
Fairview, the lower-seeded team, so they will wear the black and orange uniforms, and we are off and running to the 8th and final game of day number 2. The Saints have controlled the opening tap. Carson Jones with it on the right wing side, bounces it down low to Luke Gray, one of the top players in his class in Oklahoma. They cross-court it, the 3 by Ramsdell, no good. Underneath the stick back, though, by Tohasan Sunray, and it's 2-0 OCS. OCS will use full court pressure. Yellow Jackets slowly bring it into the offensive end. Brant Strader with the basketball. Jax Bernard is playing. He didn't play yesterday. He was out with an illness. That's a big loss for them, despite a first-round win over Cashin, 59-50. They battled some illness in the Fairview program. Left corner with the basketball is Brant Strader. He'll step inside the arc. Jumper no good. Gray with the rebound. Touches it out ahead for Kyler Brown. Fairview gets back. Brown almost walked. Now it's Gray. A deep 3. Bang! He hit that one.
Wow, Luke Gray coming out strong there. Fantastic. Didn't expect to see that range from him.
Tell you what, that's a 3-ball at the Paycom Center where the Thunder play. That was a deep 3-ball.
Well, that might be a kid that may be playing there in his future.
Fairview turns it over. Bad pass that time and intercepted by Carson Jones. Into the front court, it's Ramsdale. Jump passes, left wing, the 3 other way. That one pinballs hit it out from Kyler Brown. Yellow Jackets have the rebound. Saints lead 5-0 here with the opening 90 seconds of play from Cashin Gymnasium in the County Line Tournament. One of the great small school events in the state of Oklahoma each year. Reed Martins with it between the circles. Veers left. Martins pivots. Now he'll cross-court it right side for Brant Strader. Strader with the basketball, pounds the dribble. Fairview again in the black and orange uniforms. Strader had it poked out of his hands. Now gets it back to Austin Houck. Houck, an outstanding tight end of the football state championship team. Veers right to the goal, misses it. The stick back at the cylinders by Pettis rattles out. Rebound underneath the OCS. Ramsdale up ahead to Sunray. Drives underneath the basket. Now it's Brown to Ramsdale. He'll step into a 3. That one rattles off. And a rebound to Caden Pettis. 2:10 into the ball game, 5-0 OCS.
Yeah, it's going to be a great battle to watch tonight as number 32, Caden Pettis versus Luke Gray. Gray's got the height, but I'm telling you, Pettis has got every bit of the size, girth, and strength to match up. And that's kind of what we saw last year in that double overtime win for Cashin over OCS in this same tournament. Yet a Nick Nabavi, a running back just under 6 foot, muscling up. So we'll see what happens here between Pettis and Gray.
Deep 3 by Pettis. That one comes up short. Rebound snagged by Strader. Pulls it back out front. Wing right, it's Jax Bernard. The coach's son in football. Now they kick it down low. The layup is missed that time by Strader. Fairview's had 3 good looks at it at the rim their last 2 possessions and nothing to show for it. Into the paint is Kyler Brown. He'll hand it off to Sunray. Sunray bounces it for the 6'7 junior Gray, who bangs his way in and lays it in around Pettis. They list him at 6'7". I wonder what his weight is. He looks like a Division I football tight end.
Yeah, he absolutely has. He's off the bus look right there for him. A little steal there.
Another turnover. Gray with a steal up ahead to Jones to the goal for the bucket and a timeout. Mike Martin in Fairview. Yellow Jackets with a much longer trip from Northwest Oklahoma here to Cashin. They don't have near the contingent, but there's a lot of Saints fans that are seated below us. This is a 30-second timeout called by the Yellow Jackets, who again have won 5 straight. They have beaten Cashin twice, 2 of 5 games that they played against ranked teams. They are 0-3 against the others. Both of the games against Cashin have been tight, including the one yesterday, 59-50 here in the quarterfinals of the County Line Tournament. There's John Hardaway, the head coach at Cashin, a graduate of Fairview, so he likes having his alma mater here in town. Doesn't like losing to him, I'm sure, but
it's okay. They all get along. I think it's okay. Definitely good mutual respect. And how can you be upset? There's no way to be mad at Coach Barton. He's just a class act, just an amazing human being.
Both members of the Three Rivers Conference.
Yep.
Fairview will inbound to the baseline. Caden Pettis against the full court pressure. And Strader is knocked to the floor. Gray took the basketball away, and they call Strader for a turnover.
Now they got the foul here. Looks like the C officials got the foul, which is the correct call. As
the A official, though, was the one that said it is a turnover. And now you're right. Good piece of officiating. They're going to call a foul on Kyler Brown. That's his first.
He didn't fall on his own. A little undercut there. So, we've seen the officials. They've been loose in the first half in that previous game. They're kind of allowing that free play already here in the boys' game here in the nightcap.
Bryce Ramey in the backcourt with the basketball. Ramey guarded closely by Ben Ramsdale. Veers to the left front court. 9-0 OCS. Ramey down the paint. Euro steps, goes up, missed it, but the tip follow was good by Austin Houck. So Fairview gets on the board with under 5 minutes to go in the first period. It is 9-2 Saints. Gray turns on the baseline, misses a 17-footer. Rebound to Pettis. Pettis is not backing down, that's for sure, against Luke Gray, who just is the more athletic, more physical player.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Luke hasn't, or, again, Coach Weaver hasn't worked to try to get him lower and maybe get even Pettis in foul trouble.
Hands it off to Pettis, who spins, missed the jumper right in the paint. Rebound to Luke Gray. Boy, tell you what, I saw him in Dale earlier this year. And I saw him in the state tournament last year. He is as energized tonight as I've seen him. And that's saying something. Ramsdale off the dribble, pulls up at the free throw line. No good. Guess who? Gray the rebound. He'll put up a 3. Got it. Top of the circle.
Second made 3. Goodness.
There's no way to defend that guy when he has that type of range. 12-2 OCS halfway through the first period. In the backcourt, Bryce Ramey. Ramey being blanketed that time now by Kyler Brown. They trap him to the right side with Ramsdale. The ball knocked away, and it's out of bounds. And tell you what, Brandon Weaver's club is smelling blood in a big-time way as Grant Matheny, a 5'11 senior, is going to come into the ball game, and also checking in as junior Let's try that. Singiama.
There you go. I love it.
Singiama. Wing left is Martins. He'll fire the three, and he got it. That's the first bonus ball of the night for Fairview. They shoot just 26% beyond the arc. Matheny with it left side. Out high Ramsdale. 12-5 OCS. Under 3.5 to play first period. Jones will trigger a three. That one back rims. Rebound to Brant Strader. He'll walk into the front court. Now lobs it up ahead. Left baseline. Ramey tries to get a screen from Pettis. Is cut off left side. Now Singame is all over him. He's doubled by Luke Gray. They leave it out front, three of the way, and that one is good.
Yeah, three ball's definitely an equalizer here in basketball, and for Fairview, they're taking advantage of it back-to-back there with Martins and Strader.
Brant Strader, Carson Jones, though, with his second basket, his first three of the third for the Saints here for the first period. 15-8 OCS with 2:50 to play in the period, and a travel called against Fairview. Brant Strader got a little too ahead of himself trying to beat that trap.
So here's the deal. You've got Luke Gray managing the middle of the lane. That gives Coach Weaver, an absolute advantage to extend out his guards to trap, get something at the half court, the timeline, and it's a great thing for the OCS Saints.
Carson Jones puts up a three, no good. Long rebound, wing left to Grant Matheny. Matheny lobs it back out front for Carson Jones, left of the Gray screen. Luke has an open three again. That one pinballs in and out. A rebound to the Yellow Jackets, Bryce Ramey. 2.5 to go opening period. Lead is 7 for OCS. And there's a steal in the backcourt. Ramey took it away from Ramey, and Ramsdale took it away from Ramey and lays it in. The relentless pressure continues. Barnard bounce into the front court. Now it's Pettis. Swings it right side. Back to Jacks. Open three, top of the key. That one is no good. Rebound tipped twice. It's off two Saints. Picked up by Fairview. They bounce it to Pettis, who fumbles it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Fairview.
Yeah, great work there by Carson Jones, the junior. Quick hands, able to get down there, get that bump off of there, and that went out of bounds. And golly, you said it. I mean, the pressure has been absolutely relentless, and got to give credit. And they've turned up the heat, and they have a 9-point lead here, 17-8.
Timeout. 2:05 to go opening period for the Cash and County Line tournament on Squirtle.tv.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
A play-by-play guy's nightmare. Singiama is out there along with Tohasan Sunray for OCS. We're under 2 minutes to go in the opening period. 17-8 Saints. They've led all the way in the first half. Matheny bounces it out high for Sunray. He spins to the block, now goes left and hit the turnaround jump shot.
Yeah, fantastic move there, and athleticism on display here tonight.
With 4 points, bounce pass, left baseline, Bryce Ramey works up to the wing. Cross courts it for that is Caden Pettis, and he's fouled. And that will go against Tohasan Sunray. That's his first, and the second against Oklahoma Christian.
Yeah, it looks like here Coach Barton has extended Caden Pettis away from the block, the lower block, to get away from the bigger guys. He's been roaming the high post. That's a good spot for him. The kid's got a good touch. He hit 2 threes against Cashin just last night.
Caden Pettis, first free throw is short. For the season, Fairview is just a 53% foul shooting team. I think they're better than that, but a lot of those numbers factor in very early in the year when they weren't in basketball mode. Pettis averages 6.9 points, 7.5 rebounds, and he misses both. Rebound underneath to Singiama. Now it's Matheny across midcourt with under 1.5 minutes to play here in the first period. 19-8 OCS. Singiama bounces it for Sunray, whips it right baseline. Morris to the rack, and it's swatted out of bounds. That's Noah Morris, who just checked in, a 6-foot senior Back in for the Yellow Jackets, Reed Martin's also returning is Brant Strader. Strader and Ramey with 10 made three-pointers each lead the team. Gray on a tip over two players. Off the lob of the in-pounds pass, rattles it home, and he has 10.
Just unfair, Todd.
21-8. Barnard into the front court, left wing side, Miller, and he got the three. Of course he did with the name, like that. Back out high, a long three by Noah Morris is no good. Underneath, it's Sengiaba, and a tie-up is called in the air, belongs to Fairview. Bowden Miller, a 5'11 sophomore, just hit the third three of the ball game for Fairview. Miller averages 4.8 points per ball game and 4.3 rebounds.
Yeah, 3 balls keeping Fairview in the game here. See if this continues with this pressure here.
And they do. Fairview inbounds to Strader in the backcourt. He dribbles up right front court. Now accelerates around Matheny, gets to the corner. Backs it out high for Jax Bernard. Between the circles, it's Caden Pettis. 21-11 OCS with under a minute to go here in the first period of the second of 2 boys semifinal championship games. Bernard cut off elbow left. Now they give him a little bit of daylight. He'll fire. He missed it. Pettis with a rebound. Took it away from Sunray. And as he pivots, they're going to call a foul against Fairview.
It's a tough call, but it's the right call. And, you know, give Coach Weaver credit here. Under a minute, he's taken, in essence, he's taken Luke Gray out to stay away from any trouble. Let's see if what Fairview can do here, but turn around and get the offensive player control foul. That's not what Coach Barton wanted. Brown
returns. He started tonight. He replaces Grant Matheny for the final half minute of the first period. 21-11 our score here on Squirtle.tv, a tradition unlike any other. Squirtle and the Cache and County Line tournament. Down the paint goes Brown. Kicks it right wing side. Morris into the paint. Leaves it left wing for Sunray. He airballs the jump shot. Rebound to Strader. He saves it in bounds. Fairview with 13 seconds to go in the period. Bernard into the front court. Spins. Gets to the rack. And a foul. And he's going to go to the free throw line. Jax is an outstanding athlete, and he showed it right there in traffic as he was able to get to the foul line and draw the second personal with the night against Kyler Brown.
Yeah, just a freshman, been phenomenal. Again, I've been able to watch this Fairview team twice already, and I got to see him against Okarche as well, and they've absolutely grown up these last few games as they've kind of gotten their basketball legs. Really impressed with Jax Bernard. And Reed Martins is the guy. Reed Martins, and he's been kind of quiet. I know he had that 3 earlier. I'd like to see Coach Barton try to figure out a way to get him the ball.
Jax hits the first free throw. He's one of their better free throw shooters on the team. Second free throw is up, and that one spins off no good, so the radio curse in full effect. 21-12, 4 seconds, 3 seconds to play here in the first period. OCS into the front court. Kyler Brown kicks it left wing, and Sunray's 3 comes after the buzzer. Could have been a lot worse for Fairview. They took an early right cross, and they're bloodied but still standing. At the end of 1, Saints 21, Yellow Jackets 12 for the Cache and County Line tournament on Squirtle.tv.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Here we go, period number 2 about to commence. Todd Miller and Neiman Nabavi, the crew with you, along with Bryce and Tyler. Glad to have their services of use tonight here as we kick off our 2-day coverage of Winners Bracket games for the annual Cache and County Line tournament. Tom Nelson will have games tomorrow along with Mark Rogers here on Squirtle.tv. Nima, of course, will be calling the Cache and Wildcats game on CacheandWildcats.tv. Devin Fisher starts the second period with it right wing. He'll cross-court it for Sagima. He lays it up, and he missed it. There was some contact. Ball rolls free and scooped up off the floor by Devin Fisher. To the goal, gliding for the bucket is Jones, and he'll get it and one.
Yeah, great slash there by Carson Jones on the miss. Great entry pass, nice look, and nice finish at the boards. He'll get an and one opportunity here for the junior guard. Carson, we've seen him grow up a lot here in the Edmond area. He's probably grown about a foot here, it feels like, in the last year, and his game has absolutely exploded. He had 7 threes, I believe, Tuesday night.
Free throw is good, so a 3-point play, and now 7 for Carson Jones, the 6'2 junior, as that foul was whistled on Jax Bernard. Bernard with it, middle of the floor to Strader. His pass off of the fingertips of Hauk. He threw it behind him, and Ramsdell able to save it in bounds, but he throws it right to Jax. Bernard around Ben, lays it up and in. Good body control that time by Jax Bernard, and it's down to 10. Quickly back the other way, Ramsdell settles into a half-court offense for the white, blue, and red-cladded Saints of OCS. Ramsdell fakes the hand up, pulls up on the baseline, gives it now to Sunray. Sunray glides to the block, flips it back out high for Fisher to Gray. His three on the way, got it. We've had some really good players at OCS. Luke Gray is among those, but he's got a long ways to go to be as good as the Griffin boys, Taylor and Blake. And a bad pass from Bernard, intercepted. Sunray pump fakes right, block, lays it up, missed it. Tip wouldn't go by Siguma, and Sunray has it, and then he turns and throws it right to Brant Strader. Lead is 13 for OCS as we played 90 seconds here with the second period from Cashin. And Hauk's bounce pass goes awry out of bounds.
Yeah, it's certainly been a high-paced event here. I know Fairview saw Okarchi earlier this year, which kind of applied that full-court press the whole time, but I don't think they've seen anyone else thus far this year that's kind of applied that like the OCS Saints here tonight.
I did a Fairview football game last year here on Squirtle, and I saw Hauk, but boy, he's impressive when he doesn't have the football pads on. He is a really nice-looking young man. Luke Gray, top of the circle for Tohasan Sunray. They work it right side, Matheny being ridden by Bernard. 6:15 to play here with the first half from Cashin. Carson Jones drives, now kicks it left, and a foul on the floor. It'll be just the third against Fairview, and this is going to go against Hauk. That is his first. You know, there was a great article, a great story in the Enid News about Jax Bernard celebrating that state championship win at Wantland Stadium on the UCO campus. And it was celebrating with his dad, Robert, who's a terrific coach. The jumper off the inbounds pass is Ramsdell, and he's got 5. What a special moment that must surely be. You imagine winning a state championship with your boys? Fairview with a turnover. Ramsdell has it. Guess you did when you were on the mic.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed it, but I was such a mess during the championship game. I just found myself and purposely put myself on the sideline during those 3 straight championship games with my 3 boys there in high school.
Ramsdell's 3 rattles out. Fairview has it. Ramsdell then picks the pocket and gets a layup. Hauk with a 2-on-1. The other end to Martins, who goes up, and he missed it, but he's hacked. And tell you what, the Saints did a good job of getting back because Fairview on the initial break had the advantage in the numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we expected this. I mean, this is a lengthy, athletic OCS team. They've been battle tested. You talked about playing number 1 Millwood, number 5 OCA, number 1 Dale, number 2 Crossings. They've seen the best of the best here in the state. So, there's not going to be a whole lot that they haven't, that's going to rattle them here, especially in Cashin, Oklahoma.
Luke Gray with his first foul. First free throw is up. Second one is up and good by Reed Martins. Fairview has hit 3 of 6 for the foul line. They're down by 16 with roughly 5.5 to go here in the first half. Way out left front court, Grant Matheny. Yellow Jackets have gone to a pushed out 2-3 zone. Ramsdell, right side, Carson Jones. Down low, on the block it's Gray. He falls to the floor, throws it up, and still almost got it to drop. Rebound to Pettis. Caden up ahead, right side. Into the front court is Brant Strader. Back to Caden. Pettis looks down low, feeds it to Hauk, who steps around the defender, scoops it up. The shot wouldn't drop. Would have been a miraculous shot, and Sunray has the rebound. Tohasan back the other way, 1-on-2, and he plows his way into a foul.
Yeah, that's a tough situation there for Austin Hauk. I mean, looked like it was good for a little bit, but anytime you come from behind, that's an easy call for the officials. And looks like they'll be sitting here 4-4 here on the foul count.
Second foul against Austin Hauk. That's not good news. He's one of the larger players out there for Mike Barton's club. Grant Matheny swings it over the right side. Ben Ramsdell down low on the block. It's Sunray who pivots, and he is fouled. That's on Pettis.
Yeah, Coach Weaver's done a good job now. He's relocated Gray to the low block, and he's drawn attention. He's drawn a double team every time with Caden Pettis having to draw the majority of that duties. I don't know if this will take its toll down the long run, but ultimately give the OCS Saints credit for moving the ball and finding the open guys.
So Hassan Sunray's first free throw is good. Now, I stand corrected. That foul was actually on Brant Strader. It's his first. And the fifth against Fairview here in the opening half with 5 minutes to go before the break. Second free throw rattles around, and Hassan finds the bottom of the bucket. 3 of 3 foul shooting for OCS. The lead is 18. It's their biggest here of the half. And Pettis can't find anybody inbounds, and it's a violation. It's really unacceptable because that took place in the backcourt near the Yellow Jacket bench.
No, I totally agree. It's just a man press. There's no, there was no switch. There's no screens to get anyone free. A bad mistake.
Gray gets the lob, doesn't have anything, backs it out left wing side. Now they peel away. He'll fire a 17-footer at back rims. Rebound volleyed, and Fairview comes out there with it. With 4:46 to play here in the first half, it's 34-16 Saints. Bryce Ramey bounces it over the right side. That's Braid Martins. Down to Pettis, around Gray, and he is pushed from behind, and Luke has his second.
Yeah, great ball fake, great movement, and you love the body control. Pettis did a great job on the drive to kind of extend himself, create some distance between him and Gray. He was able to draw the foul, and again, great work to get number 2 on Luke Gray.
Caden Pettis back to the line. He's 0 for 2. Rest of the team is 3 of 4. First foul shot hits the heel of the rim.
Hey, Todd, I was going to ask you, do you think Luke Gray has a green light on any shot he wants?
Yes, I do.
100%.
Yes. And you know what? I think he is smart enough that he doesn't force things. You saw him on the lob, not try to force anything. Yep. He dribbled out, wasn't going to shoot the basketball. Fairview then peeled away, and he put that 17-footer up.
Yeah,
Pettis gets his first point by hitting the second free throw.
Yeah, I always wonder, you have such a talented guy like Luke Gray, how to coach something like that. It's a little bit different than a regular team. I always wonder how Coach Weaver will approach that.
Ramsdale to the rim, cuts it across the floor to Sunray. His 3 is no good. I can tell you why. I'm around one every night with Dayton Forsyth and Dale, and I tell you, he has the green light.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you Luke Gray does. Bernard had it knocked out of his hands. It rolls left wing side, is picked up by Ramey. Ramey back to Bernard, bounces it across the paint. The layup is good by Reed Martins.
Yeah,
he has 7.
Unselfish basketball. Really enjoyed seeing that as, Fairview's trying to stay in this game.
But the great ones, and there's an offensive foul, and that's number 3 on Luke Gray. The great ones, Nima, know how to get their shots and their points within the rhythm of an offense in a game.
Yep.
So you don't have to rein them in.
Yep. Good point. It looks like Luke Gray will be having
like Bryce
a seat.
Miller for say.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to have a chance. My Sangiwa and Sangiuma. Is that right? Sangiuma. Yeah, I love that. It's fantastic.
I mean, I'll say it that way twice in a row, but.
Yeah, I love it. Neiman Abavi here. I appreciate names like that.
34-19. I like Todd Miller better. Straighter to the goal, and he is fouled. All of a sudden, Fairview starting to attack the rim a little bit, get to the free throw line as Matheny has his first. Well, not that I think my name is cooler, it's just easier to say.
No, I got you. I like this. Luke Gray coming out. He is replaced with a very big post there, but I love the attacking mentality as Luke Gray's on the bench here.
First free throw rattles off, no good by Brant Strader.
How many misses is that?
Well, they've missed, 5 of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Oof.
They've only made 4 free throws in their first 9. Second one is up, and that one is good. The Strader gets 1 of 2. He has his 4th point. Yellow Jackets just kind of hanging around. The lead's kind of volleyed between 14, which it is now, and up to 17 at one point. Jones tries to get 3 back, misses a wide open 3. Sengiuma with the rebound to Carson. Bounces it down low. Junior pivots, goes up, missed that one. Rebound pulled down by Matheny. Tried to kick it out, and he threw it right to the Yellow Jackets and Bryce Ramey. Ramey whips it right front court for Strader. On the wing, it's Bernard. Down low, wide open is Martins, and then they close quickly and hack him.
Yeah, that's a great find there. I'm telling you, any way you can get Reed Martins into the game is a good situation for Coach Barton and the Yellow Jackets. And back on the other side, got to give credit to Caden Pettis. He set up shop on that block, and there was no way he was going to give way on that shot. And, give credit defense leading to offense here for the Yellow Jackets.
Carson Jones hits the first free throw, or commits his first foul. The free throw by Martins is good, and the second one hits the heel of the rim. Rebound to the Saints. Noah Morris has it. He'll cross-court it to Grant Matheny, who operates at the point. One dribble, leaves it out high to Hassan Sunray. Sunray jump passes left side. 3 on the way by Matheny is good. A little inside-outside action there. They get their 6th 3 of the half. It's 37-21.
Yeah, it's all predicated on Sunray. He does a fantastic job of dribble penetration and drawing the defense.
Martin's open three, misses that right wing. Crashing for the rebound, though, Ramey, and he was challenged that time by Singiyuma. They're going to say the ball is off of Fairview out of bounds. 37-21. We're under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Todd Miller, Neiman Nabavi with you here on Squirtle.tv. Grant Matheny, high post to Jones, drives, and there's contact and a foul. Carson Jones with an offensive foul, and that's his second in as many trips down the floor.
Yeah, give credit to Brant Strader. Fantastic fundamental play there. Setting up shop. He saw the drive and was able to get that charge. And that was a big part of the cash in the game as well. Fairview Yellow Jackets drawn a lot of offensive charges against the Cash and Wildcats.
Football pass the length of the floor. Bernard wide open, takes it to the rim for the basket. It was a football pass, and the guy that usually throws them, Bernard, was the receiver that time.
Touchdown, yeah, absolutely.
Ramsdale into the front court, veers left. On the wing with it is Noah Morris. He attacks through the paint. Layup is good.
Yeah, fantastic link there by Noah Morris. Great take.
2:22 to play first half. Lead back to 16, 39-23. Bernard jump passes left side. Strader to the foul line. Kicks it right wing side. The three by Ramey, no good. Rebound juggled. Pettis took it away. Now goes to the rim and lays it in. Hayden Pettis using his big body to get his first field goal. Lead down to 14 with 2 to play in the first half. Sudray puts up a left-handed shot in the paint from 11. Missed it. And off the back rim, Bernard has it. Jack shoots it up ahead left side for Strader. On the baseline, Martins. Fairview can get closer than 14. Attacking the rim, Strader got pushed. Hit the bottom of the rim, and OCS has the miss.
Yeah, it's the right idea with Luke Gray sitting on the bench. I would continue for Fairview to continue to attack as much as possible.
Ramsdale got by with a push-off. They kick it left corner, Matheny, and he buries the three. Brandon Weaver, they thought he wanted a timeout. He's saying no, no, no.
I think Fairview will take the breath. It's a big-time shot there. Matheny with 2 made threes here in the second quarter alone.
Each team with 5 timeouts remaining, 1:33 to play in the first half. It's a 17-point lead. OCS tonight has made 7 3-point baskets. They've outscored Fairview 21-9 from beyond the arc. Jax Bernard handling the basketball. He's going to be one tired young man along with the rest of his teammates at the end of this one. Strader across the top of the circle, right to left. Winner gets Tuttle, who is ranked 9th in 4A in the championship game tomorrow night at 8:30. Bernard with it, wing right. Hesitates, puts up a three, got it. On cue, Fairview gets their 4th triple.
What a night for Jax Bernard. It's been fantastic here in the first half, single-handedly keeping the Yellow Jackets in this game.
Ramsdale being held out front by Bernard. That's his second. You know, I saw Jax as a freshman as the quarterback, and I came away so impressed with him. Made leaps and bounds and strides this last year and winning the state title. How about 2 more years of football and basketball for this guy?
Yeah, fantastic. He's got a good frame. You can definitely see that's probably got definitely a little bit more growth in there, but definitely impressed. And this is where being a dual sport or multi-sport athlete definitely comes into play.
42-28, under a minute to go in the first half. Singiyuma out front, gets a return pass, goes underneath the basket, and the ball slips through the hands out front and is taken away by Martins. Fairview can play for the final shot if they want to with 36 seconds to go before the break. Martins with it, wing right. Jump passes on a cross-court pass left side. Strader with the basketball. Underhands it to Pettis against Singiyuma, and Junior is going to be called for the foul.
Well, it's going to be 10th team foul here, double bonus. And what we thought was kind of a loosely called first quarter has certainly tightened up here as we approach halftime.
Brandon Weaver has been a head coach at one other school, Elgin in southwest Oklahoma before.
The Owls.
That's right. He was hired at OCS in June of 2015. Reading an article about that hire, it was really a match made in heaven. Both the school and the coach just went together perfectly.
Yeah, I've had a chance to talk with Coach Weaver.
Good guy.
A fantastic guy, believer in his program, talks about culture, lives that, embraces it. He's just a good guy. He's about to have his 4th kid. So
wow, I didn't know that.
Good luck to him. That's hospitality room kicking for you.
Pettis misses the first, hits the second. He is 2 of 6 at the foul line. It's only a 13-point game with 18 seconds to play here in the first half. Ramsdale with it into the front court. Flips a pass now to Grant Matheny. Down to 12 seconds to play here in the half. Matheny on the big Wildcat paw logo in the center circle. Shoots it right side for Morris. He'll cross-court it for Matheny. 5 seconds to play in the half, and the pass is off of Singuillamaw's hands. Now he's trapped in the right corner, trying to kick it out. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds off Fairview. And there must be about a 1/10 of a second on the clock. The scoreboard reads zeros.
Are they going to call
There was not a horn, though. And apparently they're going to say that's the end of the first half. Saints 42, Fairview 29 at most entertaining first 16 minutes of basketball from Cashin. We'll take a break, be back for the final 2 periods coming up shortly on Scornell.tv.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Jensen's of Fairview is celebrating 91 years. Celebrate with us and support Fairview Public Schools by purchasing a raffle ticket to win a new 2022 Buick Encore. 100% of all ticket sales will go to support our schools. The drawing will be held December 15th, and you do not need to be present to win. Tickets can be purchased at Jensen's or any Fairview school office. Thank you for choosing Jensen's for your car buying and servicing needs for 9 decades. Go Jackets!
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere, on any device, perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Physical Therapy Central is proud to be keeping you in the game of life. Now with a convenient location in Kingfisher. Get back to the game of life faster with PT Central.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Kid Drug is second to none in Northwest Oklahoma. We are known for our beautiful home and holiday accessories, women's fashion, toys, candles, expansive kitchenware, and pampering bath and body lines. We offer lovely bridal and baby registries. Come experience our old-fashioned soda fountain treats, including the best malts and shakes you've ever tasted. Our pharmacy has been serving the Fairview and surrounding areas for more than 30 years. We accept most third-party insurance and have a complete line of over-the-counter medications, prescription drugs, and durable medical goods. So come see us at Kid Drug, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8:30 to 3 p.m. Saturdays. Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available: auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving upskills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? options. They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Here we go, ready to start the second half. Todd Miller, Neiman Nabavi, along with Tyler Kerr and Bryce Miller. Bryce showed me his state championship trophy. He pointed out it was his, not the other 49 players that were on the roster, as Bernard's bounce pass is kicked.
I love the fact that you give Bryce a hard time. He's one of the best kids around.
He is.
I love it. Coach Wood, though, in the hospitality room gave him a couple rookies.
The first guy I've ever heard say what a good football player. Here we go, 42-29, 7:40 to play, third period. Jax Bernard with it to the front court to Austin Houck out high. Bryce and this crew from Cashin, most of which work for Scorno. I love each and every one of them. Strader had to take it out of his hands by Carson Jones to the rim, trying to one-hand it down, and he missed it, but it spun back down.
Hey, better lucky than good, so that was a nice take. Hey, give him credit on the steal and some serious ups there. Almost threw that one down.
Bernard spins in, and an offensive foul called against Jax. That is his third, and that's problematic because he's one of your better ball handlers.
Yeah, not a good start here. Turnover leading to a 2-point basket and an offensive player control foul. So let's see what Coach Barton and the bunch can do here in the second half to kind of slow down this OCS Saints team.
Into the front court with the basketball is Kyler Brown. They'll kick it out to Gray, who bricks a three. He's cooled down after a torrid start from long range. Bernard to the rack, and he had it 1-on-3. Did they call that on Luke Gray? If they did, that's his fourth. Gray is reacting like it was on him. It is not, though. Yeah. It's called on Kyler Brown, but that's his third.
I think if you're Coach Weaver, you're probably able to take that for sure.
Brant Strader to inbound the basketball, and it's knocked away by Carson Jones, and a loose ball foul called against the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, a lot of 50-50 balls here on fouls, even down here not getting called. So, it's a situation. Again, Coach Barton probably maybe, I don't know if you take a timeout here to kind of calm things down, but you can't let this one get out of hand.
Two of his leading scorers, Houck and now Bernard, each with 3 fouls, the second against the Yellow Jackets, and we have played 57 seconds here in the second half. Final game of 8, day number 2 of the County Line Tournament hosted by Cashin High School. Ben Ramsdell hands it off on the right wing side. Tohansen Sunray doing a lot of dribbling and then push passes it out of bounds. He thought Ramsdell was going to be in the corner. Instead, Ben had made a break towards the goal.
Yeah, it was odd that he had motioned to bring Luke Gray up to the high post, went away from him. I thought maybe they were going to come back and maybe try to get him a high post look from the wing, but turnover for the Saints.
44-29, 6:45 to play here in the third period. Jax Bernard being pressured as he brings it across midcourt by Matheny. Strader, left wing to Martins, missed badly. Bernard's follow shot blocked by Gray. Third chance, overshot by Houck. Gray finally with a rebound for the Saints, whips it up ahead. That's Ramsdell to the goal, back to Gray for the lay-in.
Yeah, really close there to Gray picking up his 4th foul. I thought they were going to call that on the over the back, but nonetheless, Saints turned that in.
Did a block, a rebound, now 15 points with the basket at the other end, and a blocking foul at midcourt, and that's going to go against Carson Jones, who has his third. The team fouls even at 2, and the individuals starting to mount as well here, with a long ways to go in this boys' semifinal matchup. 6:15 to go in the third period. 46-29. Winner will get Tuttle. The 9th-ranked Tigers in 4A had no problems tonight with 3 number 20 Silo. Fall-away jumper by Bernard on the right block, falls off, and a foul on the rebound. They're calling this against OCS. So possession will be retained as Sunray commits his second and gives Fairview another opportunity.
Well, I guess the official said, hey, we got a half to go. Let's use all of our whistles. And certainly 5 fouls in the first minute and 56 seconds is quite a bit.
6:04 to play in the third, and Sunray rips the inbounds pass away from Martins. Tohansen drives, bounces it across the floor to Matheny. Wing left to Ramsdell, drives baseline, jump passes. Gray will put up a wing right 3. That one bangs away. Rebound underneath to Caden Pettis. Pettis has played a tough game tonight. Bernard through the top of the key, left to right. Now they'll pull it back out front. Brant Strader with the basketball, and he'll back it out in the center circle loco. Bounces it to Pettis left side with 5.5 to play third. Pettis will let fly a 3 over Gray. That one hits the hill of the 10, and Matheny has it. Matheny back the other way to Gray. One dribble around Pettis to the goal. Layup good.
Yeah, great body control inside out. Loved him coming across the baseline. Luke Gray's an absolute menace for any team that he faces.
Timeout, 5:22 to play, third period. OCS pulling away. They lead Fairview by 19 for the Cash-In County Line Tournament on Squirtle.tv.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
He missed a little bit last year.
5:22 to play here in the third period. 48-29 our score. Todd Miller and Neiman Nabavi with you.
All good.
Cash, and no, it didn't. We're in your house. We must respect the king.
Nah, Captain Nemo will go with it. No worries.
Bryce Ramey out high to Pettis. Getting late. Caden pounds the basketball. Out front, Brant Strader against the Saints man-to-man defense. Strader off balance, just throws it up. Hopes for the best. It wouldn't go. Follow shot by Houck, bounds away, but he's fouled. That'll be the third against the Saints, and on Sunray, that's his third.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Mike Barton, I'm yelling at my guards to give Austin Houck the ball. He's absolutely working his tail off on the block, getting deep, working his defender. Hopefully that'll be something that can change. I'm glad he's at the line here because he's earned this right here.
Austin Houck at the line for the first time tonight, pays the first one off. In the first half, the Jackets were just 50%, 7 of 14 for the Stripe. OCS has won 4 straight since their last loss to 4A number 1 Crossings, 59-57. They lost by 17 to Dale and the Pirates. Own tournament, the Boomerang Classic, back in December. So their only 2 losses have come against 2 top-ranked teams. Houck hits the second. It's a 17-point game. Ramsdale through the top of the circle. Hands it off now for Singiyuma. Back out front for Matheny. Probes his way, whips it left side for Ramsdale. Ramsdale one-hands a pass back out front. Morris is cut off at the elbow of the Stripe. Good defense by the Jackets on this possession. It's already a half minute old. Matheny, left unguarded, turns to the 3, cross-courts it for Ramsdale. Now to Gray. Off-foot balance, throws it up one-handed and scores.
Wow.
It was a shot, and it was a good shot by Gray because he made it, but it wasn't a real high percentage shot, falling away one-footed. 50-31, still counts the same. Pettis fumbles the ball. Gray trying to get a tie-up. Now it's ripped out of his hands by Ramsdale. Another Yellow Jacket live ball turnover. Matheny to Ramsdale. Drives left. Morris on a kick out for 3. Misses it on the baseline. Gray tips the rebound away from Strader, but Fairview has it. Into the front court left side, Bryce Ramey. Ramey whips it right side for Strader. Right corner, 3 on the way, and that one is short. From Bowden Miller. He hit one of those off the bench in the first half. Ramsdale counterattacks back the other way, bounces under the block for Morris, and he missed the buddy. Luke Gray's follow shot, no good as he was falling away. Pettis has the rebound with under 3.5 to play in the third. 50-31, Oklahoma Christian, ranked 6th in Class 4A. They were state tournament qualifiers in 3A a year ago. Strader tried to cross-court it. The ball knocked out of the hands of Miller, out of bounds. Good hustle by Noah Morris, as Colson Morris, a 5'11 sophomore, will come in for the first time tonight.
Yeah, this pace definitely favors OCS right now. Fairview's got to figure out how to get it a little bit more in control, and that may be the way to do it. Maybe get they're a couple of fouls away from getting the line here.
Ramsdale bumps into Strader, commits his first to the team's 5th. OCS led this game at halftime by 13. They've stretched it now to 19. Into the front court, Strader turns the corner, and Gray just took it away from him like a kid taking candy away. Out high, it's Morris, and he traveled. No, he double dribbled.
Good call. You were talking about halftime. Give credit to Fairview. It was a 21-17 second quarter, even though they fell back by 9. Let's see if Fairview can kind of replicate what they did there in that second quarter to kind of keep it close here.
These kids from Fairview and Major County, they are winners, and they're not going to go down quietly. Trail by 19, but still playing extremely hard against a really good team. Ramey, Cottrell, right side. On the baseline, Strader drives around the defender, now is trapped, and Gray stripped that's Singiyume that stripped the ball away, and a loose ball foul called against the Jackets. They're calling that on Gage Cottrell. That's his first in team number 3 against the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Strader got caught down there. It was tough. He stopped his dribble. Probably would have been best just to dribble out through out of the trees and reset. See what happens here on defense.
Out high, Singiyume gets it down low. A little high-low action to Gray. His turnaround jump shot, no good. Junior with a rebound. And a foul against Fairview. That'll quickly be their 4th. Already 9 fouls with 2:34 to go here in the third period. And that is quickly number 2 on Gage Cottrell, the 6'2 junior.
I've seen Gray. He's taken to the rack maybe once or twice. Most of his game, though, today has been fadeaway and long jump shots.
Matheny's inbounds pass tipped into the backcourt by Strader. It's picked up by Luke Gray. Gray weaves his way to the paint, throws up a runner. It spins off no good. The big guy follows his miss and puts it in.
Yeah, right in my face right there. That's strength right there.
19 points for Luke Gray to lead all scores. 52-31, and then a collision to the backcourt and a foul. That's going to go against Grant Matheny, and that's going to be his second.
Yeah, some of the folks are a little upset about the call, but the idea is that this the entire game of basketball is advantage-disadvantage. And in that situation, there was a bump. Ramey falls down. That's a foul.
Martins comes in. Bernard comes in. Also back in Caden Pettis. I'll tell you what, Caden looked really tired when he went to the bench about 5 minutes of actual time ago. Ramey gets the inbounds pass, lobs it to Pettis. Caden, unguarded, hesitates, puts up the 3, and he missed it. Follows his shot, and Bernard rips down the miss. Top of the key, it's Bryce. Ramey to the rim. Gray says not tonight as he swats that one out of bounds.
Right idea. I loved seeing Pettis come up there, set a massive screen on the high post on the drive by Ramey. Maybe Ramey, knowing that there's some bigger guys, maybe throw a floater up there as opposed to going to the rack. But you can see this. Pettis is a good three-point shooter. I think the toll of kind of having to go up against Gray has taken its toll on him on the offensive side.
52-31. Fairview will inbound the basketball. Out high, Reed Martins dribbles right. Now gets it to Bernard for the 3. That one is no good. Rebound to the Saints. They lead by 21. They quickly attack. Morris goes into the paint, kicks it right corner. Gray off the dribble to the goal. Foul. That's Pettis. Yeah, that was like looking and trying to rip the tag off of a freight truck that went around you.
Absolutely. So I was calling for that. I wanted to see that out of Luke Gray today. I wanted to see him attacking the rim, and last 2 possessions, including that last one, was fantastic. Nice left-hand dribble penetration. Absolutely earned this trip to the line.
I can tell you who didn't want to see it was Caden Pettis. Gray misses the first free throw.
Hey, Caden Pettis, much respect, tip of the cap to him. I've been impressed with his game, and he's a big, strong kid, and you know what? I bet you if you throw some pads on him, I bet you he'd feel pretty good about it.
I bet you're right. This is only the 5th free throw attempted by OCS tonight, and that was their first miss as Gray knocks down his 20th point. He has 7 here in the period with 1:41 to go here in the third. 53-31, the lead the biggest of the night for Oklahoma Christian. Jax Bernard into the front court. Bernard with a stationary dribble. Out high is Bryce Ramey. Cross courts at Caden Pettis against the Saints man-to-man defense. Now it's Ramey slot right, work it against Ben Ramsdell. Minute 19 to play here in period number 3 from Cashin. Bounce pass to Ramey, down low to Pettis. He bangs his way to the goal, and he went right at Singiyume and was able to get the basket.
Yeah, great drive there by Pettis. Almost walked, good body control. And
Ray rips the pass away out high, drives right in the foul. He just took that right out of the hands of Bryce Ramey.
You know, one thing about watching Luke Gray over the last couple of years, he's still growing in the game. Basketball is still relatively new to him. And you can tell over the course of the last 2 years, not only is he growing in the game, but obviously in his size. I mean, he's absolutely matured and probably has a little bit more growing to do. And it's just been a joy to kind of watch him learning and growing into the game, and seeing what he's been doing tonight's been great.
Yep, he's become much more polished from even as a sophomore when he led the Saints to the state tournament. He hits the first free throw, compliments of the third foul of Caden Pettis. 1:07 to play in the period. The second one rolls off, no good. Singiyume had his hand on the rebound but couldn't pull it in. Fairview has it, a minute to play in the third. It looks like it'll be Tuttle OCS in the finals unless the Yellow Jackets have a rabbit to pull out of the hat. Martins, top of the key. Ramey down the paint, knocked away. Singiyume has it in the corner. 45 seconds to play here in the third. Ramsdale up ahead to Gray. He got deep, he missed it. Singiyume's follow shot is blocked by Riley Nelson out of bounds. We have not seen the bulky 6'2 senior Riley Nelson, and he just introduced himself to Luke Gray.
Absolute bowling ball. I mean, the kid, listen, you want to talk about a door frame kind of kid. That kid takes it all up. Fantastic play on his part.
They say it's off the Saints. Bernard pushes into the forecourt. He threw it in traffic. The ball rolls free. Ramsdale picks it up. Another Fairview turnover. Shoots it up ahead to Morris, and Morris took steps. You know, Mike Barton talked about the balance of this Fairview team. They have 7 players averaging between 5.6 and 8.7 points per ball game. At halftime, they had 4 players with 4 points or more, and 2 of those with 8. Foul line left jumper by Bernard won't go. Back rims and into the hands of Singiyume.
Yeah, and that's important stuff when you talk about night in and night out. Maybe you may not get it from one guy. You can depend on the other 4 to come through for you.
7 seconds to play here in the third period. It's a 21-point lead, and Ramsdale had his pocket pick. Bernard with a steal, 2 seconds, 1 second. Jack will heave up a 3, and he's fouled at the buzzer.
Hey, he's not a freshman anymore. This kid, that was a headsy play right there. That's a very smart basketball play, knowing that he had the ends, he drew the defender into him, made the contact. That's an NBA move right there.
Jax Bernard, with just seconds to go, in desperation mode after the steal, heaved it up, and he was fouled. And that's the 7th of the half against Oklahoma Christian School. So Jax will go to the line for 3, and he could pull Fairview to within 18 if he hits all 3. The first one rolls home. Jax was listed as questionable tonight by Mike Martin. He missed last night's win in the first round over Cashin with illness. The second of 3 is good, and he'll get 1 more. Meanwhile, Brandon Weaver is coaching his kids up, getting ready for the fourth period as Bernard, with nobody out on the floor, hits all 3. That'll take us to the fourth with the Saints leading the Yellow Jackets 54-36 from the Cashin County Line Tournament on Squirtle.tv.
Jensen's of Fairview is celebrating 91 years. Celebrate with us and support Fairview Public Schools by purchasing a raffle ticket to win a new 2022 Buick Encore. 100% of all ticket sales will go to support our schools. The drawing will be held December 15th, and you do not need to be present to win. Tickets can be purchased at Jensen's or any Fairview school office. Thank you for choosing Jensen's for your car buying and servicing needs for 9 decades. Go Jackets!
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Here we go, 8 minutes to play, 54-36. Fairview after 3 free throws with no time on the clock to close the period from Jax Bernard. Jax is in double figures now with 11, and all 3 of those to close the period were his only points of the third 8-minute session. Fairview in his own defense to start the fourth. Gray with it left low post. Goes up and missed the shot. Gets the rebound from Pettis, goes back up and bricked that stick back. Caden Pettis was doing all he could to hold his ground against Luke Gray. Now Pettis doesn't have anybody to throw to, and he'll bring it to the front court himself. Half a minute deep into the fourth, 54-36. Todd Miller, Neiman Navavi with you here from Cashin tonight. Jax Bernard kicks it over the left wing side for Strader. Back to Pettis. Pettis thought about a 3. Gray quickly gets a hand out from his face with 7:17 to play in the ball game. Houck with it left block. Kicks it on a bounce pass to Bernard, who goes up. Shot was blocked that time by to Hanson Sunray, and OCS controls the miss. We played a minute here, and a steal by Bernard out front. Took it right away from Carson Jones, and he gets another bucket off of a OCS mistake, and Brandon Weaver wants a timeout. 7:02 to play, 54-38, Oklahoma Christian. Back after these messages on Squirtle.tv.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then NextGen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. NextGen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started, 405-308-3324, or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
7:02 to play. The creative genius that is Bryce Miller, man. I'm in awe of him every time we work together. 54-38.
You all need to get a podcast together or something.
We'd have a good time. Jones to Gray. Gray touches it out front. Ramsdale, left wing Jones. His three short. Rebound to Austin Houck. He'll take it 1-on-3. Leans into the shot. Erased that time by Jones. Big block. Kyler Brown with a rebound. Speeds back the other way. Drives it underneath the basket. Kicks it corner left. Jones, and he knocks down the three.
Yeah, fantastic job by Carson Jones Jr. I mean, coming down, getting the block, racing down, showing that speed and getting that three ball.
Bernard bangs his way to the paint, throws it up and in, and Jax will get one more. Jax Bernard is just taking this game over, and he's picked up the fourth foul on Kyler Brown.
Yeah, great job there. Again, just a freshman. Been really impressed with his game. And you're right, I'm glad you let me know he was sick because he was. I saw him empty on the score sheet against Cashin last night.
The free throw, he banks home. Boy, when it's going good, it's going good. I don't think he meant to do that, but it counts the same, and it's a 57-41 game.
Banks open Friday nights.
Yes, it is.
A lot of substitution here for Coach Weaver and the Saints. He's worked the bench quite a bit here tonight.
Trying to get more depth, I think, as the second half of the season unfolds. Wing left, Grant Matheny. Matheny whips it right corner for Carson Jones. They run him off the circle. He drives and lays it in. Carson Jones with 5 straight for OCS. They lead it by 18, and we're almost 2 minutes into the fourth period. Ramey with it left corner. Pounds the dribble to the free throw line. Now high, it's Bowden Miller. He's no Bryce. Now it's Austin Houck underneath the foul line. Misses the jumper strong. Luke Gray tips the rebound out. Ramsdale has it right in front of the Fairview bench. 59-41 with 5:45 to play here in the ball game. Ramsdale to Gray, open right corner three, and he rattles it home.
Effortless.
Yeah, but he'd struggle in the third period from long distance. That's his first three ball after halftime. 21-point lead equals OCS biggest of the night. 5.5 to play. Down low with it is Pettis, and over the top, Jones swipes that ball away. Rebound to Grant Matheny. Matheny to Jones, trying to throw it down low for Sunray. It hit the rim and bounds out of bounds. And possession will go to Fairview on a Saints turnover.
Hey, just really impressed with Carson Jones in these last few possessions. The kid is an absolute gym rat. He's in a gym at all times. A student, had a chance to coach him a little bit when he was younger. Just really impressed with his game tonight.
5:17 to go. Fairview still playing hard, still fighting, down 62-41. A good effort tonight by the boys from Major County. Between the circles is Gage Cottrell. They'll work it off with the baseline. Now they get it back to Cottrell. His jumper rolls off, and Luke Gray has the miss for the Saints. Under 5 minutes to play. It looks like it's OCS Tuttle tomorrow night, and you can see it right here on Squirtle.tv. Matheny will put up a corner right three, no good. Rebound knocked away out of bounds, and it was last touched by Luke Gray.
It's been fun watching Luke tonight in person. I've enjoyed seeing as he checks out for the game. Maybe the rest of the game. We'll see what happens here. I'm not sure. He may come back in, but the one thing I'd like to continue to see with him is his ability to use his body. It's I've seen out with the three, the fade away, but we saw even tonight with Caden Pettis. Caden Pettis was able to push and be physical with him, and maybe seeing some of that football mentality come through. I'd like to see him kind of battle through that a little bit more.
If he's finished, he has 26 points, and the ball knocked out of the hands of Austin Houck, and Fairview will throw it in front of their own bench.
Well, when you're making 4 threes and fadeaway jumpers, I guess there's no need.
Junior Singinyube has come in to replace Luke Gray with 4.5 to play. That'll be a good one tomorrow night. Tuttle, though, is going to have a tough time with Luke Gray, like most of the Saints' opponents. Match it up with him. Bowden Miller, right wing side. Ramey's 3 is an air ball.
You know, and give Coach Weaver, maybe just knowing the matchup that the Fairview Yellow Jackets are physical inside, maybe that was part of the game plan, the scout to get Luke Gray outside a little bit. I don't think Tuttle's going to have the same girth down in the lane to kind of slow him down, and you may see an opposite game plan or strategy for Coach Weaver and the Saints.
Easton Hamer will check in for the first time. Also coming in is Caleb Uthier, a 5'11 junior. So both Barton and Weaver starting to go to their benches halfway through the fourth period. Both will have a quick turnaround. Fairview will play tomorrow at 5:30. OCS will play in the championship game at 8:30. Uthier, both of those games right here on Squirtle.tv. Riley Nelson knocked to the floor, and Singiyume is called for his second. That's the 9th against Oklahoma Christian. So it'll be a 1-and-1 for Riley Nelson.
Yeah, that's that comes with the way the Saints play. Even with the reserves coming in, they attack you, they go after you, and they basically say, hey, it's going to be up to the referees to figure out what foul they're going to call. They've been extremely aggressive, and we're probably going to see a few more fouls here.
Nelson looking for his first point, misses the free throw. Tyler Charleston has come in for the Saints. He handles it on a half-court pass. Out front to Noah Morrison, to Tyler. Drives baseline, bounces it for Singiyume, and he lays it in. That's Junior's first points of the night.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was expecting him more. He's been active.
Under 3.5 to play in this one. Gage Cottrell way out front, right forecourt, Easton Hamer. On the baseline for the Yellow Jackets is Corbin Cagle. They bounce it now for Caleb Uthier. Back to Cagle. Cagle tries to penetrate, can't. Now goes to Uthier. 3:10 to play in this one. Mike Barton calling for some movement and a little bit more aggressive play offensively. Cagle bounces it right front court for Hamer. His possession will take us under 3 minutes to go in the second of 2 semifinal matchups. Riley Nelson, left wing, to Cagle, top of the circle. He bangs his way in, and a foul called. And they're going to call a travel. I don't know about that.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I think that's a no call because I didn't see a travel, and you can't call Morris taking the charge. He flopped.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm going to like to watch in the next 3 minutes? I'm absolutely impressed with Nelson. Kids asking for the ball for Fairview. We'll see what happens as we got another substitution here for Coach Weaver and the Saints. And we'll see what happens down 23 here.
Cole Henry will come in for Singiyume, so I have to say it one more time with 2:41 to play.
You did great, Todd.
Joel Reiner bounces it for Charleston out front. Tyler underhands a pass, left wing. Now they'll work it around the top of the key with 2.5 to play. Charleston bangs his way through the top of the circle, is double teamed. Down under 2.5 minutes to play. Charleston open for 3, top of the key. It was on line but short. Nelson runs down the long rebound for Fairview.
Yeah, that 3-man weave up top has got to get deep into the lane at some point. Those guys just continue to get pushed out, and that particular set was kind of doomed from the beginning.
Jackets' 5-game win streak is going to come to an end, but I'll tell you what, the good news is they're not going to see anybody like this in Class A. Hamer with it, right wing side. Corbin Cagle with the basketball. 2 minutes to play. Cagle underhands it to Easton Hamer. Glad to have you along tonight on Squirtle.tv, and there's a steal for the Saints. They'll bring it to the front court. Good baseline defense by Caleb Uthier, and he forces a turnover. Bounce pass taken right back by Hamer. Lobs it up ahead for Cottrell, who catches, gets his body under control, and lays it in. And a stoppage of play for substitutes. Tate Baker is going to come in. Hayden Elliott will come in for Fairview.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that Silo Fairview game for third place tomorrow night is going to be a good one. It's a really good matchup between both teams. Again, one 3A, one 2A, and I think the Fairview Yellow Jackets will be happy not to see Luke Gray again.
Charleston with it. Pump fakes, drives left, goes right into the body of the defender. The shot rolls away. Jackets have the rebound with 1:16 to play. It's a 21-point game, 64-43. Fairview playing just their 12th game after a run to the state championship in football this past fall. And there's a steal. And going all the way to the basket for the layup.
Hey, Miller. Nope.
And now they'll bring in Braden Forbes, a freshman, 5'9", off of the bench for Fairview. Under a minute to play of this one. So day 3 is set. Cashin's boys with Neem on the call will play for 5th. They'll take on Varnum tomorrow.
Hey, we say that consolation finals, Todd.
Okay.
Consolation finals.
Yeah, consolation championship. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Uthier swings it left wing side for Tate Baker. Whatever floats your boat, my man. This is your house. Hamer leans, throws up an off-balance shot. It's no good. Half a minute to play. OCS with it in the front court. Will the Saints settle for a 23-point win, or will they attack? Reiner through the top of the key, now spins back right. Kicks into the corner. The open three is no good. Rebound for Charleston, and he'll reset between the circles. 15 seconds to go in the ball game. We'll have an abbreviated wrap-up for you and then head home for the night. There's a layup from Reiner that spins in. 7 seconds now to play in the ball game. It's a 25-point spread. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Into the front court right is Caleb Uthier, and his cross-court pass knocked out of bounds by Charleston with 0.8 of a second. So Tate Baker will trigger it in bounds, and that will do it. Final score tonight, OCS 68, Fairview 43. A wire-to-wire win for Brandon Weaver and the number 6th-ranked team in Class 4A. Neem and I are back to put a bow on it and say goodnight after this final break on Squirtle.tv.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere, on any device, perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Okay. I'll take care of her.
Welcome back here to the Cashin Gymnasium as we wrap it up. Boys and girls championship games are set. A pair of ranked teams in both finals. In the girls championship, Dale, number 1 in 2A, will take on Silos girls tomorrow night at 7. The boys final will have OCS top 10 in 4A against top 10 4A Tuttle. That could be perhaps a precursor to an area matchup coming up in February. Nima, I got to tell you, I've worked with a lot of guys.
Yep.
You're a new one tonight.
Yep.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, something we didn't expect when we were talking earlier this afternoon. And I'll tell you what, for old 2 play-by-play guys, we didn't walk on each other too much. That's hard to do.
I did a little bit, but you're kind, and I tell you what, Todd, you're humble, you're awesome. This is why everyone loves you, and you're amazing. I think the folks over at Dale, obviously at OBU, at Oklahoma Baptist, are absolutely great. You know, very fortunate to have you. You're a consummate professional, and you're amazing at what you do. So thank you for the opportunity to come here and listen to you and be a part of this. So
Let's do it again. Thank you, Nima, for your kind words. That'll wrap it up for everyone that's been a part of the broadcast today. I'm Todd Miller. We'll see you for day number 3 on Championship Saturday for the Cashin County Line Tournament here on Squirtle.tv. I saw that. And we're going to...
6:59. Keep them from lighting it up, light the beam.